Our discussion today is on why we fear aging rather than embracing it. Our guest today is Brenda Deneen, a registered clinical counselor with over 30 years experience in both the public and private sectors, working with both individuals and couples. She has a deep understanding and great insights into the process of aging. She helps people overcome their fears of getting older and helps them to create a vision for their life, including having good health, creating social connections, and living with a purpose. What type of anxieties can be triggered when we're thinking about aging from that respect?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. And as people get closer, they start to realize, oh my gosh, this is happening to me. So those kind of thoughts don't happen to people when they're 20, 25, 30, usually a little bit older. And then you hit certain birthday markers like 40, 50, and then it's like, I am changing and maybe starting to look back at my life, but also looking forward, what's ahead for me. And so there's that queasy feeling, unless you feel really confident about, yes, I'm going to be really healthy, I'm going to have a really positive aging experience. There can be lots of fears of what is going to happen to me. Am I going to be okay? How am I going to take care of myself? Now, something I'd like to say is that the time to start envisioning your own aging is right now. So whether you're 35 or 40 or 50 or 60, whatever age you are, right now, think of your life right now. This is a good time to envision, what do I want my life to be like when I'm older? And so when I say older, I'm thinking of retirement and beyond. And so a lot of people now are retiring at, say, 60 or, I don't know, into their 60s or 70. And what kind of life do I want then? Where am I going to be living? What is my health going to be like? And so a big factor is health. And the best way to have a really healthy aging is to be healthy right now. The baby boomers are the first generation that have exercised like throughout all their years, throughout their decades. My mother's generation didn't exercise, didn't go jogging, didn't go swimming regularly, didn't go to the gym, didn't have gym memberships. Well, that's really changed. My generation, the baby boomers, we have had all that in place for a long time. So I have decades of exercise in my body, decades of exercise. And you have to choose things that you enjoy and things that are age appropriate. You know, I can't jog around Stanley Park anymore. I used to be able to jog, but I can walk and I can swim and I can go to the gym. So having a vision in place is really important. They've done some research about people who have a positive aging experience. A key factor is people's attitude. People who felt pessimistic and, oh my gosh, doom and gloom, guess what? That tended to transpose into reality. Whereas people who hold a positive vision over the years and keep saying, I'm going to make it happen, I'm going to have the resources, I'm going to invest the energy into myself, had a more positive experience of aging. And I can speak about that for myself because I'm now in my early 70s and I've had a positive view of my aging for, a few decades now. Yeah. So it does pay off. It's like our minds are very powerful. How am I going to envision my life? What am I going to have for myself? What's it going to be like?
Well, speaking to that, I know you celebrated a birthday recently, so happy belated.
Thank you.
You mentioned there's quite a few things that you've mentioned. So I'm just going to go back to, you made the mention that, age comes wisdom. And one of the things that I have stressed in my promotional yoga video talking, with regards to avatar yoga, I actually say this: regardless of age or ailment, everybody can practice yoga. And
Mm.
this is yoga for the older body and wiser soul. And I had somebody comment that they loved the fact that I said that it's for the wiser soul.
Oh,
And it's essentially in alignment with what you're saying is that I agree with this. And I think maybe with age comes wisdom.
mhm,
For those of us that may have seen, we have grandparents that
mhm,
are living quite healthily, and maybe that also gives us a very different perspective. I've been fortunate to see grandparents live to a very senior age and then lived quite independently and well throughout their life. But then I've also seen those that are older than me live a life where they're still living, but maybe living with a lot of like illness and ailments. And I
mhm,
think that you have some very valid points there, because when you talked about perspective, you can really see the difference, because you have one person who's quite negative in their attitude, whether it's towards aging or life in general. And then you have the flip side, somebody who's living a very long life, but they're quite happy and they're always generally quite positive in their life.